Today, you're connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. Welcome into Newsbreak for this Thursday, September 15th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. Going to hit some highlights of news and sports from your Daily Journal and a look at the weather as well. Let's start out with that, your forecast from Weather Underground. Today, guess what? It's going to be hot. High of 95, low of 70, clear skies, but there is a 20% chance of rain called for. Your 3-day outlook getting into the weekend. Friday, clear skies. Again, a high of 95, low of 72. 10% chance of rain. Saturday, clear skies, high of 91, low of 72, 20% chance of rain. And Sunday, thunderstorms are possible, a 40% chance of rain, high of 91, and a low of 72. Okay, let's take a look now at some of your top headlines from the Daily Journal and djournal.com. Significant renovations are underway at a subsidized rent apartment complex that straddles the Tupelo and Verona city lines. Barley Courts is a 100-unit complex that has been the site of multiple fatal shootings in recent years, and the company that owns the property says it's committed to changing the reputation of the complex. Each building has been gutted to the studs and will receive an exterior facelift, and new security measures are planned, including a property fence, a gated entryway, and possibly security cameras. Shane Hooper, Tupelo Development Services Director, said the upgrades are a positive change for the aging complex, which will be renamed Nathaniel Place. Work began in January and is expected to be complete in December. A new Mississippi voting website was announced Wednesday by state leaders who say it will help streamline the process of updating information for registered voters and circuit clerks. The website can be found at www.y'allvote.sos.ms.gov, and it will be available for the November 8th election when Mississippians vote for president, U.S. congressional candidates, and judges. The site will allow voters to report changes of address as required by law so that they can ensure they're voting at the correct polling place. This change was part of an election package proposed by Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann during the 2016 legislative session. The legislature balked at Hoseman's more ambitious proposals, primarily online voter registration and early voting, but agreed to the change to allow registered voters to report their change of residency online. The Tupelo-Lee County NAACP is hosting the Freedom Fund banquet on Friday. The banquet will bring together community leaders in a continuing effort to eliminate racial discrimination. This event raises funds to help locally with voter registration, voter education, and youth scholarship. Last year, $20,000 was raised. Each year, NAACP members recognize a prominent figure in the community, someone who's made outstanding contributions to the organization's mission. This year, that person is Myrtle B. Ivy. In fact, the entire Ivy family will be honored. Banquet chairperson Jim Casey said that the Ivies have had a big influence on the community. Mrs. Ivy is the mother of Tommy Ivy, the only African American on the Lee County Board of Supervisors. Congressman Trent Kelly will be a guest speaker during the ceremony, which starts at 6 p.m. Tickets are $35 and can be reserved by calling Jim Casey at 662-844-4166. And in sports, the Ole Miss and Mississippi State football schedules for 2017 are set, and the Egg Bowl is moving back to a familiar slot. The annual Battle for the Golden Egg will be played on Thanksgiving next season. That's November 23rd in Starkville. The series was played on Thanksgiving from 1998 until 2003, and the last time it was played on the holiday was in 2013. As for the rest of the schedule, Ole Miss looks to have a little easier non-conference slate than it has this season, although it does include South Alabama, which upset Mississippi State to open the 2016 season. The Rebels do have to face California on the road, and some key SEC games include Alabama and Auburn on the road. 5 of their final 7 games will be in Oxford. MSU, meanwhile, has a tough 2-game SEC road swing against Georgia and Auburn at the end of September. They also have trips to Texas A&M and Arkansas. The Bulldogs' non-conference schedule includes matchups against Louisiana Tech on the road and then BYU and UMass at home. That's it today for Newsbreak. I want to remind you of a couple of podcasts we produce here at the Daily Journal. The Memo is a 3-day-a-week podcast, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment with myself and W. Derek Russell. Find it every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can find it for free in iTunes, your podcast apps, or memo.djournal.com. And Ole Miss and Mississippi State fans, check out Double Coverage with Parrish Alford and Logan Lowry every Thursday. A new episode comes, so look for a new episode of that today. You can find it in iTunes, your podcast apps, or Double Coverage. .djournal.com. All the stories I talked about today can be found in your Daily Journal or at djournal.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at djournalnow and give our Facebook page a like as well. That's it for Newsbreak. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.